Jai Hind students, today we are going to study modals for grade 8. But before that, let us try and recall what are verbs. Verbs are action words. They are of two types, auxiliary or helping verbs or action or main verbs. Auxiliary verbs are of two types, primary auxiliaries or modal auxiliaries, also known as modals. Let us understand this through these examples. Rita is going to school. We can spot two verbs here. Is and going. Is a helping verb because it needs another verb to support it. Rita is to school will not make sense. Going is an action verb because it denotes that some action is taking place. Manoj has done his work. Has is a helping or auxiliary verb and done is the action or main verb. Now let us look at these common examples of modals. Shall, will, would, should, can, could, may, might, must, ought to, need to, has to, or dare. Modals have certain rules. They express imaginary actions, ability, power, permission, request, possibility, etc. Modals are always followed by the main verb. For example, I would go for a movie. Here, the one marked in red is a modal. So, would is a modal and go is a main verb. So, you can see after would, there's the main verb. Modals always have the same form. They would go for a movie. So modals do not change according to persons or numbers. I would go for a movie, she would go for a movie, would will remain the same. Similarly, we will not say they would go for a movie. That would be incorrect. Thirdly, the main verb used after a modal is always in the root form. Look at the first example. She goes for a movie. Goes is the modal verb or main verb? It's a main verb because it denotes an action. Look at the second example. She would go for a movie. Would is a modal verb here and go is the main verb. So the main verb used after a modal is always in the root form. We will not say she would goes for a movie because after a modal we have to use the main verb in the root form. I hope it is clear. Let us discuss the modals of permission. They are three in number: can, may, or could. Can is always used in the informal sense. Can I use your phone? You can talk to your friend like that. May, polite or formal. So may is always used in the polite or formal sense. May I use your phone? May I come in, ma'am? So you are being polite or formal with your elders. Yes, you may. Permission granted. Could is also a modal for being very polite, very formal. Could I use your phone, please? If you want to be extremely polite. Look at this exercise. Pause this video for a moment and we'll discuss the answers. May I come to see you? We have used may because we wanted to be polite. I have an important match. Can I have your bat? This is informal. So can is used in informal sense. Could you remit the fine, sir? We are being very polite here. I hope it is clear. Let us move on to discuss the modals of ability. These are three in number: can, could, and be able to. Can suggests some ability in the present. Patel can keep wickets. That means he can still do it in the present. Could suggests some ability in the past. Patel could keep wickets. That means he no longer does that. Be able to is used in any tense. Was able to, were able to, is able to. So, be able to is a modal which can be used in any tense. This is one exception in the modals because it can change according to any tense. Look at this example. Patel was able to keep wickets. Was able to is suggesting some past ability. Let us solve this exercise. Pause this for a moment and then we'll discuss the answers. James was capable of swimming. Let us replace was capable of with can or could. We will use could because could also suggests some past ability. An owl is able to see in the dark. That means he still can do it. An owl can see in the dark. So both these underlined modals can suggest a present ability.